Bonjour, salut, hello everybody. Salut, bienvenue ici. Welcome to Top Français Live class. Always very interesting. I'm happy to have everyone here into this class. So if you're just joining us, I would like you to drop a comment in the chat like we always do at the beginning of our class. So just introduce yourself in French if possible and let us know where you're joining us from for today's live class. So I'm waiting to see your comments, to see your chats and everything. So yeah, we're about getting started now. So I'm reading. Let us know where you're joining us from. Hello, Mrs. Salut, Madame. Yeah, that's Usman. So Usman, can you tell us your name in French? At least you've joined in a number of our live classes now. So I'd like to see your name in French as well. Okay, Usman says bonjour, madame. Others, where are others? Let's join, let's drop our comments. Let's drop something. Salut, bonjour, coucou, hello, happy to have you in today's live class. So we're about to get started. French verbs, the most important verbs you need in anything you want to learn French is avoir and être, and it's very beginner friendly. Okay, you're a beginner and you want to learn French. Avoir and être is a must-know verb that you must know to use in almost every tenses in French, or past tense, present tense, plus que parfait, and others. Okay, so we have idiom. Sorry if I didn't pronounce that way. Bonjour, 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 bonjour. Okay, Usman says, je m'appelle. So Usman, it is je, J-E, M apostrophe, and appelle. Okay, thank you. So Usman, it's je m'appelle, like this. Usman, do you see that? Okay, L-L-E, because of the space. So, je m'appelle. Okay, that's how it's spelled, Usman. So, take note of that. All right? Bonjour, salut, salut. Bonjour, 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 bonjour. Okay, bonjour, Yvonne. Bonjour, 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 bonjour à tous. All right, so we're about getting started. Don't forget to share this link with other persons you know need French. All right? Do not hold back. Do not be selfish in sharing the link. It's free. So let's get everyone here. Let's try to help people, okay, for their French journey, so they would never forget you. Yeah, you could be the reason someone will be in Canada in 9 or 1 year from now. Okay, so please share this link with someone on your timeline, so the person or anybody you know could join the class. All right, so welcome once again. Today's lesson is quite very easy and straightforward. All right, we're doing avoir and être. Avoir and être. So avoir is the verb to have, while être is the verb to be. Okay, avoir is the verb to have, while être is the verb to be. Okay, it's very easy, but trust me, you're going to have a good time in class. However, don't forget, share this link with someone that needs French class. For whatever reason they want to learn French, so traveling purpose, location purpose, professional reason, share this link with someone on your social media or your status that needs this free French live class. All right, so now avoir, the verb to have, like how we say I have, you have, we have, they have, just like that, and that. That is what we are doing in today's class. Avoir is the verb to have. And then être is the verb to be. Yes, how to say I am, you are, we are, they are. That is what we want to look at in today's class. So we're going to be starting with the avoir verb conjugation. Okay, we're going to start with the avoir verb conjugation. So how do you simply say I have in French? But before we get on with that, let's look at the pronouns first. Okay, so pronouns is je, which is I. So normally it is je. It's usually like this. So je is I in French, like I, yes, like me, I, yes, okay. So, but yeah, it's now made j apostrophe because the verb which is have, okay, this verb which is have, it means have, it begins with a vowel. So because of this vowel, that is why we made this J apostrophe here. Alright, so don't forget, normally you want to say I in French as a pronoun. Okay, pronoun. I in French is je. Je. Good. But now you can see here now, it's now J apostrophe. It's no longer J-E. Why? Because this verb here, which is have, begins with a vowel. So the J-E is now pronounced as J apostrophe. So now I want to say I have, I will say je. Je. Je, not jai. Many people in this class are tempted to say jai, but no, it's not jai. It's pronounced je. 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 In French, it's pronounced eh. Eh. Let me give you an example. For example, the verb to like in French is aimer. Do you see that? Aimer. The verb to like is not aimer. So AI is pronounced eh. So that's why I said je. Je. Meaning I have. Very good. And then the next now, so I'm going to write it here. So I think I already explained that J-E is I. But now the je is not J apostrophe because the verb eh, like this, begins with a vowel. So how would you say I have? I will say je. Okay, you see that? Je. Good. And now the next one, we want to say you. What is you in French? You is two. 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 Like two. You. Two. So I don't, you want to say you have. Someone is tempted to say, but A begins to say vowel now. So why is it to A? Why is it not ta? Okay. So the rule I mentioned, it applies to only Joe. Alright? For the other pronouns, whether the verb begins with a vowel, you don't change it. So now you want to say you have, we say to A. To A. To A. The S is not pronounced. To A. Meaning what? You have. We're going to make sentence with this, don't worry. Alright. And the next now, please, if you are just joining the class, welcome to Top Français Live class. We are having simple French verbs, must know French verbs, avoir to have, and etre, the verb to be. So we just started conjugating avoir. So sit down and enjoy the class. Okay, so je, I have, tu as, you have. Then we have il. Don't forget, il is I in French. Il, I-L, I. Elle, she. On, coming, one. Okay, let's do one. Coming, one. Coming, everyone. Okay, you see that? Okay, on, coming, one. Coming, everyone can also mean we. Okay, like we, you and I, W-E, we. Yes, good. So now you say il, I, elle, she, on, we, everyone. But guess what? You see these three pronouns now, they have the same verb. For example, you want to say he has. What do you say? Il a. Il a. You want to say she has. What do you say? Elle a. Elle a. You want to say everyone has. One has. What do you say? On a. On a. So you see that? That the il, which is he, the elle, which is she, and the on, which is everyone or we, they have one verb, which is a. Unlike the other ones, look at je. You know that the verb here is ai. I have. Look at to a. The verb is as. It's not the same thing. It changes. However, for this il, elle, on, c'est la même chose. Il ne change pas. It's the same thing. It does not change. So please take note of that. Alright? So we say il a, he has. Elle a, she has. On a, everyone has. One has. Take note. And now, I'm going to write it here. Okay. He or she or one has. Okay. Alright, so let's get on. Now the next is nous avons. Nous avons. So let's start. What is nous? Nous is we. Simple. Nous is we. It's not nous. It's not nous. But look at me, I'm now pronouncing the pronoun and the verb. Nous avons. Nous avons. You can hear the Z sound. Nous avons. Not nous avons. I said nous avons. Why is that? Because when you have letter S in between two vowels, is pronounced z, z. So that's why I said nous avons, meaning what? We have. So it's not nous avons. The S here is still not pronounced. Okay? So nous avons, we have. Good. And then the next one we have is vous. So vous, the S is still not pronounced. It's not vous, it's vous. Okay? So you're wondering, we have two you now because vous is you in French. But this vous is you for formal, when you're addressing someone formal, like an elderly person, or you are addressing more than one person, plural. But you see these two, this two is used for informal, right? And two is also used for singular, when you are addressing just one person. Okay? When you're addressing just one person. You see that? For formal, you want to say you formally. Like, I'm talking to my boss. And I want to say, oh, you have something. Vous avez quelque chose. Vous avez quelque chose. You have something. I'm talking to my boss. Or, I'm talking to Usman and Yvonne. I will not use two when addressing Usman and Yvonne. Why? Because they are more than one person. So when addressing more than one person, you use vous. So I want to say, oh, Usman and Yvonne, and you have a class today. I will say, Usman et Yvonne, vous avez une classe aujourd'hui. Vous avez une classe aujourd'hui. So I cannot use two for Usman and Yvonne at the same time. Why? Because I'm addressing more than one person. But if I'm addressing only Usman, I'm going to say tu as une classe aujourd'hui. Tu as une classe aujourd'hui. You have a class today. So see that when it's one person, you use two. Or informally, you use two. But when it's more than one person, you use vous. Or when you are addressing one person formally, you use vous. So both are you, but now you understand the different ways you can use them. Okay, so now vous avez. Look at that rule again. It's not vous avez. Vous avez. Vous avez. You have. Very good. Okay. And the last one now, so we said il is they for masculine, elle is they for feminine. Like French is so interesting. You won't believe that the way you say they for a group of men is not the same way you say they for a group of women. And you're wondering, like, French. And that's the beauty of the language, getting to know the rules, applying them. You know, yes, you have to learn them. It's really very, very, very interesting. Okay, so now we don't say ils, we don't say else. Why? Because this S, we don't pronounce them. So it's almost like the same pronunciation with this. So it's C, il, elle. Il, elle. So il is they for masculine, elle is they for feminine. All right. So now we want to say they have for, like we have group of men together, and we want to say they have. What do we say? Ils ont. Ils ont. However, in some accents, you hear ils ont. Ils ont. Ils ont. Okay? Like, you know, in Nigeria now, you have different accents. I'm talking about the English language now. Not just in Nigeria, I said globally, we have different accents when it comes to English. The same thing applies to French. That we have some people pronounce they have as ils ont, and you have some other accent pronounced as ils ont. Okay? So you see that. So when it's for the masculine, okay, when it's for the masculine, you use ils ont, right? Or ils ont. Then when it's for the feminine, you use elles ont or elles ont. Okay? Okay, sorry, just a minute. Alright. So now, for the masculine, don't forget ils ont, they have. Okay? And for the feminine, elles ont, they have. So please take notes of this. Alright? So now what we're going to do, before we go on to make sentences, we're going to roughly conjugate the verb from the top. The verb avoir, which is the verb to have. Okay, so we're going to start from the first to the last, and then we go to the next one, the verb etre. Alright, so let's start from the top. Avoir, the verb to have. Avoir, the verb to have. So now you want to say I have. You know you cannot say je avoir. It is wrong. Avoir is the infinitive. However, if I continue this class, don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. You're going to need this class. You're going to need every other class we do. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 9 a.m. Subscribe, share, and like. Okay, let's continue. So now, like I said, avoir is the verb to have. So while the verb is not yet conjugated, it is called infinitive. All right, so now I want to say I have. I say j'ai. J'ai. All right, j'ai, meaning I have. Okay, then to are, you have. Il a, he has. Elle a, she has. On a, one has. Everyone has. Okay, then for the other one, nous avons, we have. Vous avez, you have. Ils ont, they have for masculine. Elles ont or elles ont, they have for feminine. Okay, please take note of this. So now let's try to give sentence in the chat. Okay, so while I'm making sentence, I would still like you to give a sentence. So for example, I want to say, what do I have now? You can tell me what you want us to have in this class, and we'll just make the sentence. Okay, I have a what? I have a class right now. Okay, I have a class right now because I actually have a class right now. So I'm going to say j'ai. You see, j'ai is already I have in class. Okay, so right now is maintenant. You see that? So please, if you're here, you can also drop your sentence in the chat. As always, I'm going to read it and, of course, get to you. So, j'ai in classe maintenant. Maintenant. I have a class now. So let's break it down. J'ai is I have. In classe. A class. Maintenant. Maintenant. People are saying, don't try to pronounce it in French. In French, this is maintain. It's like maintenance. Or maintenance. It's not maintenance. It's maintenant. 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 So j'ai a class maintenant. I have a class now. Okay, so let's look at what Mary wrote for us. Mary says, j'ai a chocolat. So Mary, what do you want to say? So do you want to say I have chocolates? So I have chocolate will be j'ai du chocolat. Okay, j'ai du chocolat. And you are wondering, what's this du doing here? Don't worry, we'll get to that topic very soon. Partitive article. We'll get to that topic very soon. You're going to understand when we have our, as I said right now, subscribe to this channel. Turn on the notification for Top Francais so you can always join our live classes, because this one now is another lesson for another day. All right, so please take notes. Merit is j'ai du chocolat, meaning I have chocolates. Okay, then we have Ignorement. So Ignorement says, okay, very good. Ignorement says j'ai une classe maintenant. Very good, Peter. Very good, Peter is very correct. J'ai une classe maintenant. Okay, Usman says j'ai un frère. Very good, Usman. I like that. So Usman, you actually started with us from very beginning. I can see you actually improving. I'm happy to see this. Okay, but Usman, take note that for the frère, it's like this. J'ai un frère. Look at the frère, Usman. The E is going to the back like this. Look at it. J'ai un frère. So Usman, yours came forward. Okay, but in French, it usually goes backward. Okay, so j'ai un frère. Okay, Usman, take note of that. J'ai un frère. Okay, so Queen Darling says, j'ai un... Oh, wow. Queen Darling, you're doing so well. Okay, but I'm going to have to make a correction. Please permit me to clean this so I can write all this. So Queen is trying to say, I have a job today. So Queen, you say, j'ai un travail. Okay, j'ai un travail. Today in French is, oh, so what is this spell? No, it's not like this. So it's aujourd'hui. Alright, so you see that. So look at how you spell today in French. Aujourd'hui. Aujourd'hui. Okay, so j'ai un travail aujourd'hui. J'ai un travail aujourd'hui. I have a job today. Okay, then Peter says, j'ai une voiture. Very good. I have a car. But can we move to others? Like, let's use nous avons now. Like, nous avons une voiture. It's only j'ai. Why? We have tu as, don't forget, we have tu as, we have il a, we have nous avons, we have vous avez, we have il, elle, on. So I don't want any J again. Enough of the J. Alright, so let's go to the next one. So we have a car. Alright, we'll say nous avons. Nous avons is we have. So figure out what